This is a big shout out to the VOD crew. Everybody who's watching this later. You're watching for the future. Do you want to tell us a lot of the numbers? Fletcher and Selfish, thanks for subs. This improv story is based on an idea of women feels left out of office and joke like the story commence. Mary had just started a new job. She got laid off with her old job because of that fucking coronavirus and all that. We can't afford to keep, all that. We could just, we're furloughing people, and any voluntary redundancies would be great if anybody is thinking of moving on. She wasn't thinking of moving on, but she just thought, if I don't make myself redundant, then thing is going to get made redundant, and I've got a wee bit of savings, they've got fuck all, so I better do that in case they get picked, because they're actually not doing that well at their job, and they'll probably get fucking, pointed at first. So Mary fell on her sword in a sense. So she had this new job, and everybody's in the office and all that, and there's about 20 people there, all keeping a bit socially distant and all that, even though it was finished. It was all finished. That was it. Coronavirus, that was it. But people are still a wee bit weird, and some people are still wearing masks. Even though they've not even got a cold. They're just like, I just kind of like it now. I just sort of, there was still the remnants. It was still a kind of bit of inertia going on. But everybody was back in the office, and some people are getting right into it. They're like, come on. He's a cuddle. He's a cuddle. Ah, alright, like that. People who were comfortable with getting cuddles, right? Right? They purely knew each other, right? She's like, it was the like, oh, the office creep going like that. Come on, he's a cuddle, he's a cuddle, he's a cuddle. Like, a woman was saying, he's a cuddle. And there'd be a guy saying, I was just about to ask you the same thing. And they're like running up to each other like that, like yes. And they were like, like that. And also there was some other people saying, no thank you. And everybody else went like that. That's fine. So everything was all fine and above board in this scenario. And Mary thought, I've come to the right place. I like it in here. This seems like a good place, because there was some fucking dickhead in the last fucking office. That's one of the reasons why she did the voluntary redundancy, because she was like, fucking get away from this, man. It was good to see people know each other and get on with each other and respect each other's boundaries and all these sorts of things. Very, very good. But I don't know, there's a wee thing that they said, one of them went like that, we've run out of printer ink, right? And then one of them said something to do with a squid. Something like, who's Squiddy? Or something. And then somebody said, oh, I'll be Squiddy. Now, what's that? And then she did think to herself, right, ink was mentioned there. And squids have got ink in it. They've got kind of like squid ink or something. So maybe it's like, who's going to the shops? Who's going to order in the ink or something? And she thought it was a bit cringy, part. But they're all laughing. And then somebody said something that made her know. They kept talking about the squiddy thing, and it didn't just seem to be somebody who was like, you're going to have to go and get it on your way out for lunch that day or something. There was something else like, remember Squiddy was something, and like they were actually talking about a specific person. Remember that time Squiddy something. like there actually was a person that got nicknamed maybe Squiddy. And then they said something like Squiddy Diddy. And wee things like that, right? There was sort of, Squiddy was either a real person. She was trying to work out, was there somebody who always complained about the printer ink no being enough, and going a bit grey? And then they nicknamed that person Squiddy because they kept going on about ink or something. And then they were always going out for it. And then that person maybe left the job. And then now anybody who had to go and get the ink for the printer or complained about the printer, she wasn't sure. And anyway, she got on with her job and everything was all fine, everything was alright. There's a wee bit of shite in parts, but jobs are. And then she came to a point where she thought, oh, I wonder what's going to happen here, because the ink was running out the printer. Like, she printed something out and there was like kind of grey bits here and there and it was a bit faded. And she went, she's like, what's going to happen here? Sorry, she said, sorry to be the Squiddy here, but, and all that right away. This is after just a month. Sorry to be the Squiddy here, but there's the printer's running out of ink. And he went, and she saw to him like that, up the back like that. She went, printer's running out of ink. Sorry for being a Squiddy. And he went, right, well, alright, we'll get that ordered in. Mary, are you going to go and get it? Or do you want me to be the Squiddy? If I get it? She thought, if it's not that, maybe it's this. Do you want me to be the Squiddy? And they're like, what are you saying? You what is it you're saying? Do you want me to go and get the ink? She went, oh no. They went, oh no, it's fine. It's fine. No. We'll just order it in anyway. We've got quite a few in the back. We just always keep it stocked up. All right. And then she sat down, right, and she's like, and then somebody went away and then came to the printer and then they did it and all that. And there's a guy who worked there called John. And he said, Mary, want me to show you how to... She went, oh aye, yep. Obviously thought, right, we'll show her how to put the printer ink in. She sort of knew how to do it, but some printers might be a wee bit different, or the number of cartridges, or it might have first you've got to open that, wait for the thing to come across, and then you unplug it that way. It might have its own funny wee ways. So she kind of knew how. She had a printer in the fucking house, but maybe it was a bit different. And it was also an opportunity here actually to ask a wee question. So she went up. She went, right. So how is it? So how is it you do it? I've actually got a printer in the house, but this might be a wee bit different. She didn't want to look like she didn't know what she. Oh, what's this? How do you work a fucking printer? Actually got a printer in the house, but it just might probably be a bit different. They're all different. That's a lot of them are pretty much the same. She says, no, I know. Just like some of them are a bit different, just in case. Well, this is just a standard sort of Canon. Right, right. And he said, ink this and ink that. And she said, what's the thing with the Squiddy? What's that all about? And John said, oh, don't worry about any of that. Don't worry about that. She said, no, what is it? I'm not worried. What is it? What is all that? Because I tried to sort of, I don't know, being over, is it what you call somebody who goes to the goes for the printer ink or what is it? Because I've been trying to work out. He said, honestly, I wouldn't worry about it. It's fine. It's just sort of a wee joke. She went, right, no, that's fine. All right. He says, so what you do is you've got to unclip that. Now, some of these ink cartridges, they can leak out. When we get the cheap ones, the sort of ink just drips out the front. So you just got to make sure you sort of do that. I keep it upside down first, and then I put it in. She went, right, All right, I get that. All right, brilliant. All right, right. Oh, by the way, remember the meeting tomorrow? Oh, I definitely. John. Sorry. What if you're going to ask about the squid thing again, honestly, don't worry about it. The squiddy stuff, don't worry about it. She says, do you know, I wasn't worried, but I'm new. He keeps saying, don't worry about it. He said, I don't really know what to say. She says, oh no, sorry, I'm making you uncomfortable. It's fine. So she sat back down, and she was thinking to herself, he was saying it like, oh, don't worry about it, like, oh, it's just a joke. A bit like, oh, don't worry, they don't mean anything by it. You know, don't take it personally. You know, as if it was directed at her. Maybe she's been para. But she sat down and then she started walking away. And then she just sort of heard. It's not even about Mary. Is it Squiddy? Did she just hear Mary? Something Squiddy? And she went, fuck it. She's not going to fucking storm up in front of everybody. Anyway, somebody came out here on Friday, about 11 in the morning, and said, Mary, what is it? What are you doing later? She says, I think I've got to get them printed out, and then he went, no, later the night, because a few of us we're going to get a few drinks in. What we do this at the end of every month, because this was like the end of the month. She'd been in for a month, but this was like the last Friday. We get a few drinks in, and then we head out. She went, oh right, because we're going to book a table. We book a table in a restaurant and all the rest. They just wondering, you know, if we want to book a table, a seat for you. She went, oh, it's fine. He said, oh, if you'd rather not come, but you know, it'd be nice if you. Aye. She thought it had just done it out of politeness. Actually, this might be a chance to find out about that Squiddy thing. No, don't talk about Squiddy thing. Just, it was kind of weird. She went, aye, that'd be great. I won't stay for long. I mean, unless everybody else is staying for. No, we'll go. No, we'll always do this on a Friday. We'll go out for a wee drink, but you know, don't feel you have to. No, is that code for please don't come? Don't feel that you have to. She said, no, I'll. No, I'd love to. I'd love to. But don't look too desperate as if you've not got any pals and all that, and you know, you're like, oh, these are the only pals I've got in work and all that. Must be a few other people just like that. Doesn't really matter. Right, it's fine. So she went out, they got a few drinks in, and she was like, kind of, oh, white wine? Oh, aye, alright. It was lovely white wine. It was nice and cold. They put it in the freezer for a wee bit. Honestly, it just went right down the fucking hatch. It was magic. And then, right, alright, that's it. It's taxis here. Taxis are here. So they went out and they're all like, everybody's a bit giggly and all that. Everybody's a wee bit kind of, some of the more serious faces in the office were kind of a bit more smiley than usual. They were kind of like that before they even started drinking. Just could be an end of the month thing. But she just had a feeling that everybody's sort of getting a bit drunk and it'll be a bit of a laugh. And so they all went to this restaurant and they're having something to eat. She thought it'll be alright to have a bit to drink because I'll be eating and that'll kind of soak up some of the booze. That's the way it works, isn't it? So she's like, yeah. And what about you, madam? Have a white wine, please. Okay. Is that large or small? Oh, go large, Mary. Go. Yeah. A large one. You have large. I right. Um, and she's looking at the menu. And there, funnily enough, was like squid, right? A few different things, seafood and stuff like that, right? And there was squid, right? And it made her think. She thought, "This is a fucking this is it. I've got to say it. I've got to say it now." And she said, "Oh, look, squid on the menu." And then, all right, you getting it? Don't really like squid myself. No, it's nice and it's a thing. I always think it's a bit too rubbery. It's a bit. It's a bit too squiddy. I don't really like squid either. It's a bit too squiddy. And she heard somebody say, "Aye, all right, Mary." She looked though, but everybody was like, "Ah," just looking at the menu. Who said that? Who said that? It wasn't like one person going like that. Everybody was, so somebody had said it to somebody else whilst trying to look like they hadn't said anything. Aye, all right, Mary. Like that. Can I just say actually, because if it's a bit loud, what is the squiddy thing? What is that? The what? The squiddy thing, like we're talking about ink or squiddy. What is that? And John was at the other end of the table, and John said, Mary, honestly, I wouldn't worry about it. What? I wouldn't worry about it. It's nothing. And she's like, no, it's fine. What is it? Well, hold on, just give us a wee minute. Are you ready to order? Can I have a what is it? Why? What is it? What is it anyway? Can I have a? We're going to have a focaccia to share at the start as a starter, please. Can I have that? Just is that out straight? I just at the beginning. She's just waiting like that. John, what is it anyway? Is it to do with who gets the ink? And you ready to order? I just give a minute. Mary, I wouldn't worry about it. Are you ready to order? I just give a minute. Oh, come on, John. Come on. I know I'm just speaking to Mary. Just forget Mary. Just forget about the thing, the squiddy thing, for God's sake. Somebody said, I know, for fuck's sake. She went, we'll just, Mary, let us order. Let us order. She's like, fucking hell. It just sort of hit her. She was making a fucking cunt of herself. It just sort of hit her. She was making an absolute cunt of herself. It felt like a kind of natural sort of progression of events. It felt all right to say that. Everybody's all been a bit loud, but then she realised for about the last 2-3 minutes she's been a pure pain in the arse. She's like, but everybody was being a bit pain in the arsey. When everybody gets a bite of a drink, they're all like, oh, well, you're the one that says that. I don't want to. But she just kind of like that. And you, madam, did you want the squid? Did you say you wanted the squid? Oh God, she's still going on about that squid. I'm not going on about the squid. Who said that? That was the waiter who said that. That was the waiter who asked. And she pointed her finger back and it sort of hit against the wee notepad. That was the waiter, because the waiter was sort of there. That was, and and you know, it didn't hurt him. She didn't hurt herself. She didn't knock anything there. Nothing smashed. But it was just a bit clumsy. Do you know what I mean? It was just a bit. No, you know, it was that kind of sound. That there. I was the talking about squids, right? I was the waiter to. Oh, sorry. That was it, and that threw her. She, oh my God, stay here. Who said that? She was like, fuck. And she just went, listen, actually, I'm just what time is it? I'm just going to go. And John went, Mary, don't worry about it. It's fine. Just order. You want squid? She said, I don't want squid. You went, aye, alright. John was about the only one that she fucking clicked when he was like, aye, alright. Kind of looked at some of the other ones as if, fucking hell, you're right about her. She was like, no, you know, she kind of like went to almost get a kind of lifeline back again like that. John, but he'd looked away and he was sort of looking down. He was looking down at his menu, even though he'd already ordered. He was looking down like that. She said, I'm actually going to leave, and the lad, don't leave, Mary, don't leave, just order. She went, no, God, I'm actually tired. It's just been, I'm just realising why I'm being like, it's just been like some month. Oh, have you not enjoyed working? Where's Mary? No, I have. It's just you know, the end of the month just caught up with me. What, have you not slept all month? I'm just going to go. But listen, have a brilliant night. But have a brilliant night. You know, try and make it about them, not about her. But you have a brilliant night. Have a brilliant night, right? And I'll see you on Monday. Are you really going? I've just realised. I think the drinks hit me. I think the drinks hit me. Oh, I'm just going to go before I actually end up getting drunk. She knew she felt already drunk, but she just wanted to make it sound like she wasn't actually drunk yet. I'm just going to go before I end up getting drunk, making a fool of myself. She'd already made a fool of herself. I'm just going to go. All right, is she now making a fool of herself? Am I making a fool of myself right now by leaving? Don't flip flop. Don't just sit back down and go, aye, all right, I'll stay. Then you're all over the place. I'm going to go. Oh, all right, I'll just stay then. All right, I'll just stay then. Your best, just commit to something to look like you're not like a fucking headless chicken. And she left. And that night, she messaged John. She had John's phone number. She had a few other phone numbers for like, they swapped, you know, kind of phone numbers for WhatsApp and WhatsApp groups and things like that. And she messaged saying, God, this is when, like later that night when she got back in the house, and it was about 9 o'clock. That was about 6 o'clock. That was about 9 o'clock. She sort of sat down. She just kind of conked out for a wee bit and woke up, fucking splitting headache. And she messaged John and she went, are y'all still out? And he went, yes, why are you coming out? And she went, oh no, I'm in my gym jams now. Did I make a fool of myself tonight? Be honest. No reply. She went in on Monday. She didn't say another word about any squid stuff. She didn't talk about Friday. People were mentioning a few things of what they got up to later that night. She didn't say, oh, where's that? Where did you end up? She just went like, just get your head done, get your work done. Something was mentioned of printer ink, that squiddy part or squid stuff was mentioned, and she was going to sort of join in it and go. Just kind of left it. She did another couple of months, and then somebody who had got laid off her old company, was in a new company now, and said, "Are you still looking for a job? How are you getting on?" She says, "No, I'm in a place just now. What is it? You got an offer or something?" "Aye, there's a opening in this place. And I recommended you, but if you're still in a job, that's fine." She went, No, this place is shite." "Oh, sorry to hear that." Right. And she left. She just handed in her notice. And on one of the last days of the current place, she was just sort of like ready to leave. She had about half an hour to go till the end of the day, and it was like printer sort of stuff again, and somebody said Squiddy, and she got to the door ready to leave, and she turned around, she was like, right, here we go. And she just went like, "You know what, fuck it, don't worry, just have your wee stupid, have your wee joke." And she opened the door. It's a wee key thing to get out. No, it's a wee button. That to get in. A wee click in it, press the button to get out. Press the button to go out. So the door was open. And as she was about to leave, she heard John there. Got that? "Mary, is that you? Is that you? Is that you leaving?" And she was about to turn around and, a wee goodbye. And she just sort of pretended that she didn't hear him. And just kept walking. Because he didn't reply. Do you know what I mean? That if I made a fool of myself, be honest, he didn't reply. So that was still eating away at her, even a month or two later. She just went to her new job. And when she got to her new job, one of the printer had run out of ink. And she said, "Oh, the printer's run out of ink. Who's going to be the Squiddy?" And he went, "The what? The Squiddy? It's just this thing that I've said in the old office. Whoever goes for the ink, we called them a Squiddy." And they went, "Oh, right. I don't know. Peter, can you go for it?" "Right. The next time it ran out of ink, nobody, the Squiddy part just didn't take off. Nobody had said, and she'd been mentioning it pretty much the whole time. It didn't take off, and she ended up. She didn't mention it again. The end. That's a true story. That's a true story. What's that? How do I know? I'd like to prove it to you. But if you want to know, I worked with Mary in that second place, and we went for a works night out, and she got a bit drunk, and she told me the whole lot. What is Squiddy? I don't know. I don't know. She didn't know, so that I didn't know. She didn't know, so I didn't know.